bula neva ngo malkai leloma ngongai nakas ondo magrong ng Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai sa Ilambasa ya ondo talita ina warong ng Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hingatoka talita kina na warong ng Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Wana tunga ng Bula FM number 2 na sere number 1.
Na vengo fane na tao nengo singatoka kita ondo talita ka ng Bula FM number 2 na sere.
Bula FM number 2 na sere.
In the news tonight, fan base prays for Fiji 7's win. Police release footage of new drug trend. And over $750 million invested in infrastructure.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
After decking out Hamilton in blue, the Australian Rugby Union is now hopeful that Fijians will do the same in Sydney this weekend. It was a sellout in New Zealand and it felt like Fijian supporters were everywhere at the Waikato Stadium. The lure of watching the Fijian Sevens team play is something the Australians are hoping will pack the tournament's new home at Sydney Olympic Park's spotless stadium. Vajnil Prasad with this report.
Talk of this tournament relocating to Fiji. Well, Fiji's relocated to this tournament.
Fiji may have not got a World 7 Series tournament hosting right, but this has not dampened the Fijian flair on the world stage. Hamilton seemed like a mini Fiji, with all races and former Fijian residents packing out the venue, something the Australians are hoping will repeat itself this weekend.
We've always seen at least 25% of our crowd made up of Fijian support. So we're looking at about 20,000 supporters each day, Saturday and Sunday, and I would expect at least 5,000, hopefully more, because there's still tickets available.
Fijian fans have been tagged as the best and those who make the World Series exciting.
The great thing about the Fijian support is the friendly, welcoming, embracing attitude that the Fijian supporters bring. They don't just welcome their own team, but they want to support the other teams, and they have a lot of fun with the other fans.
The Fiji side was quick to thank the fans for playing a part in the 38-0 win over USA.
Yeah, obviously very special. I want to say a big thank you to all the Fijian fans. You certainly lifted the team today, and we appreciate everything you've done for us. Nakabak 11.
We like playing at home, as you say, with all the crowd that are here. Thanks so much for your support, the fans. We like playing at home. The win today is for you.
The power of rugby and its unifying factor was evident in New Zealand, and we are now set to see much more Fijians standing together in Australia, just so that we have our gladiators backed by the best lung power in Sevens rugby. Vajnil Prasad, FBC News.
Police continue to hunt for the suspects allegedly involved in the use of syringes to administer illicit drugs to youths in some of the busiest streets of Suva. The latest incident took place last weekend and it is showing no sign of slowing down. FBC News has obtained exclusive video footage of the new drug trend along famous Victoria Parade, and this has become a huge concern for the police force. Pranita Prakash with more.
A shocking video showing a young woman allegedly administering what may be illicit drugs via a syringe on some youths. The 20-minute footage shows the group allegedly trying to inject drugs into their system, and during the ordeal, some got involved in a violent attack that happened a few feet away. The police commissioner has confirmed a few people have been arrested.
We've picked up video footage of people being injected. Even in over the weekend, this recent weekend, we've picked up a lady with syringes and other apparatus that's utilized in the administration of drugs. So that's a worry for us.
The police chief says they are working tirelessly to apprehend those involved.
We're looking at those coming in overseas, and we're also working hard to find manufacturers locally. The investigation is where they're sourcing the drugs from to administer, where they're buying all these syringes, or where they're acquiring them.
Brigadier General Gilly Horse says the fight against drugs will continue until they are able to clean the society from this menace, which is fast becoming a major concern to all Fijians. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
The government has invested over $750 million in infrastructural improvements in the last 5 years. While opening a new bridge in Vakambuli Pai Pai outside Lautoka today, Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama revealed these are in terms of new chip seal roads, bridges and jetties. Felipe Naikaso has more.
With a special focus on rural communities, Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama says over 363,000 meters of rural roads have been paved and upgraded since 2013 alone.
It's a remarkable achievement, and it's one that we will continue to build upon as we fuel the engine of Fiji's economy with new fire, with 9 straight years of growth. For this, we owe a great deal of thanks to the Fiji Roads Authority Chairman and Board, its CEO and his team, who have quite literally paved the new path forward for Fiji.
Meanwhile, the new crossing in Vatumbuli, 32 meters in length, stands to benefit close to 200 residents.
We aren't stopping in Vakambuli. FRA is fully committed to replacing each and every one of our nation's vulnerable crossing and bridges. In fact, I'm told that big news is on the horizon. FRA is in the process of awarding contracts for 17 critical bridges in Fiji.
The residents in the area have also praised the assistance of the government.
We are so relieved, we are so grateful, and we are so happy.
They are very, very happy because the Prime Minister came here to open our bridge.
The new infrastructure, which cost around $1.6 million, took around 8 months to complete. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
3 state witnesses took the stand in a trial at the Suva High Court today involving an Australian couple allegedly involved in drug-related offences last year. Yvette and John Nikolic are alleged to have unlawfully imported illicit drugs, arms and ammunition in Denarau Nandi and are jointly charged with 2 counts each of importing an illicit drug with 2 alternative counts of possessing an illicit drug. Catherine Krishna reports they're also charged with a count each of possessing arms and ammunition without holding an arms license.
First witness Kelemi Gukirewa, senior customs officer, informed the court that the system at the naval base could not locate their yacht named Shenanigans when it entered the Fiji waters, which may have been a result of a yacht's automated identification system being switched off. Second witness Mirioni Jikotani, who is in the Customs, Drugs and Enforcement Unit, says vessel owner John Niklik declared everything on a voluntary form except the arms and ammunitions, drugs and foreign money they were in the possession of. Third witness Lisi Naroon, a boarding officer, says she checked and verified details the vessel owner provided. However, illegal substances and materials were only discovered during the search. Yvette and John Niklik were arrested after authorities seized 13 bricks of cocaine weighing 15 kilograms and 16 methamphetamine tablets with an estimated value of $30 million from their yacht. Officials also found $15,000 in undeclared currency, 2 pistols and 97 rounds of live ammunition on board. The trial continues tomorrow. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
Quality Print Limited has now implemented the family care leave. Founder and chair Dewan Chan says previously he wasn't aware of the leave. Chan says after he realized his mistake, he then implemented the family care leave. He says he had a meeting with the team from the Ministry of Employment today and everything has been sorted out. Minister for Employment Parveen Bala confirms that he had sent out a team to Quality Print. Bala says he is expecting a report from the team this week. Family care leave is not less than 5 working days during each year of service. Still to come, Legal Aid stresses first-hour policy and 2 patrol boats to boost naval operations. Details after the break.
Bula, nevango malakai leloma, ngongai nakas ondo bagrong ng Bula FM, number 2 na sere.
Oya ubasit sai sa Ilambasa, ya ondo talita ina warong ng Bula FM, number 2 na sere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hingatoka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, number 2 na sere.
Wana tunga ng Bula FM, number 2 na sere number 1.
Nevango fane na tao nyo singatoka, kita ondo talita ka ng Bula FM, number 2 na sere.
Bula FM, number 2 na sere.
Many Fijians are not aware of the first hour policy that the Legal Aid Commission offers. However, it's the best way for a suspect to be assisted with seeking legal advice. The policy is when a person that's been arrested is briefed of his or her rights by a legal aid lawyer at no cost within the first hour of arrest. Savara Tambor reports this is stipulated under Section 13 of the Constitution.
In the first hour of arrest for a suspect seeking legal aid assistance, the arresting officer is required to call the Legal Aid Commission, where a lawyer on duty will attend to the matter within an hour.
If they are in trouble with the law, if they have been arrested or detained, if you know a friend or family member who has been arrested or detained, you can certainly call the Legal Aid Commission, and each police station should have a poster of the Legal Aid Commission which has the first hour procedure.
Ali adds the first hour procedure is only available in Suva, at the Central Police Station in Totongo and the CID headquarters. However, there are plans to extend this service to other areas.
We've actually done that in Valevu, Nastinu, Lambasa, Lautoka, even as far as Reki, even though it wasn't a first hour station, let's put it this way, yes.
Meanwhile, Chief Justice Anthony Gates has praised the services provided by the Legal Aid Commission.
Considerably helped by the extension of legal aid. They have helped in many, many ways, and I can see that office developing very well.
This policy will also ensure stakeholders to work together to address issues such as allegations of police brutality when making arrests and questioning suspects in custody. Savara Tambua, FBC News.
The Fiji Navy will receive the first of 2 Guardian patrol boats next year to enhance border security and surveillance of our exclusive economic zone. Navy Commander Captain Humphrey Tawake says the additions to their fleet will make a notable impact on their operations and will for the first time be outfitted to allow women naval officers on board. Maggie Boyle reports.
The Australian government has vowed to assist Fiji's border security.
It's a $2 billion program over 30 years, which consists of the replacement of the Guardian-class patrol boats, integrated aerial surveillance and enhancements to regional cooperation, and Fiji will receive 2 replacement Guardian-class patrol boats under this program.
And while the ink is still wet on the new deal, one of the 2 patrol boats are expected to arrive in the next 12 months.
It provides us an enhanced capability. It is more has got more endurance. It has got accommodations that we could fit females in. That is an added bonus.
With a growing fleet, the Fiji Navy will be able to boost their operations on monitoring and clamping down on illegal operators.
In terms of maritime security, it provides us the better and enhanced capability for us to better manage the security of our waters.
The additional vessels to the Fiji Navy will not only boost fleet numbers, but will also improve significantly operational surveillance, given that the Guardian patrol boat can travel further and faster. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
More than 100 police officers are currently undergoing a week-long training to equip themselves with the knowledge of identifying future threats. A team of officers from the Indonesian National Police are in the country to train our officers on cybercrime, public order management and traffic police training assessment. Police Commissioner Brigadier General Siti Veningilio says, noting the way criminal minds operate, they are sure to find ways around laws and legislations and develop even more complicated and sophisticated means of committing crime. He says it's crucial that officers are upskilled and equipped.
Police forces all over the world are facing new challenges, and at times it can be overwhelming. Our growing relations means increased networking and training in specific areas of cooperation, and it has enabled us to cushion the impacts of these challenges as a result of people-to-people exchange programs our Fijian police officers have benefited from.
Once in 100 years, extreme weather events are being experienced 1 in every 10 years now. While speaking at the UN Security Council on the impacts of climate change, Minister for Climate Change Aya Said Qayyum says the gap between life-threatening events is becoming less and less. Said Qayyum says extreme weather patterns make our economies and societies more fragile. He says they have seen time and time again that when economic and social fragility increase, institutions suffer and they become more open to manipulation by extremists, corruption, international criminal syndicates and geopolitical opportunists. Said Qayyum reiterates that this is also making our borders more vulnerable.
The severe consequences of extreme weather patterns in Fiji and across the world has been highlighted repeatedly by our Prime Minister during Fiji's presidency of COP23. The relentless sea level rise is a threat multiplier to our economies and societies.
FICAC has proposed 2 changes they would like to see reviewed in the Code of Conduct Bill while making their submissions to the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Justice, Law and Human Rights today. FICAC, as the prosecuting body of the Commission, has requested to include other statutory authorities, commissions and other officers created under law, as well as ensure confidential information isn't disclosed. Kritika Kumar has more.
FICAC believes the 2 proposals will provide more convenience to the Commission to further enhance the powers it has.
As such, we suggest that Section 15A could be read as is entitled to full access to all convenient times to all minutes, records, contracts, documents, books, accounts, and other material of any government ministry or department, any statutory authority or commission established under written law that relate and relevant to the investigation.
The second proposal is to ensure the Commission does not disclose information about any investigation to anyone.
We suggest simply including the first line, subject to the provision of this Act, or perhaps subject to Section 5 of this Act. Any member, staff, employee, agent or consultant of the Commission must not disclose, report to any person or entity any details concerning an investigation of any complaint by the Commission under this Act.
Wrapping up its submissions, FICAC believes the Code of Conduct legislation is the need of the hour in shaping the public administration of the country. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
2 newly appointed assistant ministers were sworn in at the State House today. These include Assistant Minister for Itauke Affairs, Salai Andi Maitonga, and Assistant Minister for Employment, Productivity and Industrial Relations, Youth and Sports, Alipate Tuidolo Nangata. The 2 took the oath of allegiance and oath of due execution before President Major General retired Chiochi Kondrote. Cabinet ministers with their assistants and close relatives were present at the event. Coming up in sports later with Jamie, Fiji pulled with Samoa, England and Japan at Sydney Sevens, but Anna joins you now with business.
Thanks, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. World's largest hotel group plans to invest more. And in growing Fiji, Rewa Delta for mass rice cultivation. Stay with us.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singatoka. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Over $200 million will be invested by the Accor Group of hotels in Fiji. The investment will include improving the services of 4 of their hotels in the country, as well as opening a new one later this year. Ali Kimbia with more.
The Accor Group of Hotels is a French multinational hospitality company that owns, manages and franchises hotels, resorts and vacation properties, and it has huge plans to invest more in Fiji.
But in Fiji, we have 4 different brands, with our newest hotel being the Pullman, opening in April. It's going to be the first Pullman in the Pacific outside of Australia.
With more faith placed in our booming economy, the Accor Group says its future in Fiji looks very bright.
As a company, we have a very big commitment to Fiji. We've been here for a long time, and so we're spending a lot of money, well over $200 million in terms of investment on new hotels.
The largest hotel group in the world outside of the United States has plans to build more hotels in Fiji. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
Fiji's yachting sector is slowly stamping its mark, becoming an important contributor to the Fijian economy. A study reveals the sector generated $61 million last year. The study, released earlier this month by the Australian government-funded Market Development Facility, provides the first ever independent economic assessment of Fiji's yachting industry. It was conducted in partnership with Fiji's leading marinas, Port Denarau and Vunda. With its modest visitor arrivals at 4,473, arriving on an estimated 721 visiting yachts, it's one of the highest yielding tourism segments. The study reveals it has an annual average spend for each visitor per trip of $7,808, more than 3 times the national average of $2,067, quoted in the Fijian Tourism 2021 plan. Sharon from HFC Bank joins us now with the latest from the money world.
A quick look at the South Pacific Stock Exchange market rep for last week. 6 of the listed stocks recorded market activities. Kontiki Finance shares recorded a 1-cent growth to close the week at 98 cents, while Fijian Holding shares rose by 4 cents to a price of 88 cents. Following these price changes, the market capitalization increased to $3.10 billion. Meanwhile, in Forex market, this week investors will be focusing on the US Federal Reserve's first meeting of the year. They will be hoping for more clarity on the possible future path of monetary policy from Fed Chair Jerome Powell. The ongoing trade negotiations between the US and China will also be in the spotlight. Chinese officials are to arrive in Washington on Wednesday, aiming to resolve the long-running trade war between the two countries. And that's the latest from HFC Bank, Vinaka.
On to the exchange rates. At set this morning, our currency had a mixed day. The Fiji dollar gained against the yuan, US, the kina and the yen, sleeping against the rest. Taking a look at the commodities market, oil prices were down at $13.46 a barrel. Gold was up at $1,301 per ounce and silver closed at $15.77. And in growing Fiji tonight, the Agriculture Ministry has identified the Rewa Delta as a suitable area for mass rice cultivation for commercial use. The ministry visited the province over the weekend and urged the rice farmers to consider large-scale cultivation of rice for food and income security. Sania Nimboila with more.
The Rewa Delta is an ideal area due to its geographical location and the high annual rainfall recorded in the Central Division.
There is a lot of rainfall, low-lying sea level, and then the water table. Considering all this, one of the commodity which can be done in commercial activity in Rewa is rice.
Rice is a commodity that could be a stable source of income for farmers in this area due to its increased demand in the local and international markets.
It is working hard for food security for rice because it's one of the commodity which is consumed to be the #1 edible or food by most in the Fiji because of that eating habit now, away from probably the root crops and so forth.
Farmer Joseva Tuisolo says this is a good opportunity as they will also receive assistance from the ministry. The ministry, under its Crop Extension Division, is visiting the farmers to raise more awareness on rice cultivation, harvesting and its marketing. Sainia Nimboila, FBC News.
And that's a wrap from the business desk for today. Jamie joins you now with all the very latest in sports.
Good evening in sports tonight. Fiji Sevens move to top of the table after Hamilton win. And Fiji Pearls name extended squad to prepare for World Cup. This and more coming up.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
The Fiji Airways men's 7 side ran riot over the United States to defend the Hamilton title in New Zealand last night. Fiji scoring 6 unanswered tries to win 38-0 and claim the cup for a second year in a row. Meli Tabanga reports.
Captain Kalione Nasoko created a brilliant offload in the second minute of play, allowing playmaker Jerry Tuai to score the first try.
Close to the touchline. Oh, the support play is brilliant. And who should go in for the first try but little Jerry Tuai?
Fiji continued applying pressure on USA, forcing West Senadungu running over the try line to extend their lead to 10-0.
Still with it. Strides out of the tackle of Danny Barrett. Nathungu in for the second.
Tuai then ripped the ball from USA, allowing Aminiasi Tuimamba to score his 8th try in Hamilton.
Striding away. Well, this kid's been brilliant all weekend. And he gets Fiji's time.
Fiji kept the pressure going with Nanduva scoring his double and try from Tuai to seal the victory.
Genius. That is genius. Nanduva the try. He's a champion. It's the beautiful game. Nanduva, the step, the pace on the outside. It's a rout.
Coach Gareth Baber says their win was through perseverance.
Just keep carrying on. It's hard work, it's perseverance, it's belief in each other, it's belief in the Lord. And
the team captain acknowledged their source of strength.
First of all, we'd like to thank the Lord Almighty. He's been the source of strength and the power for us for the last 2 days.
Despite an emphatic loss, USA can still reflect on what is comfortably the best ever start to a season, where they reached their 3rd consecutive finals. Meli Tabanga, FBC Sports.
The pools for the 2019 Sydney Sevens tournament have been drawn. Fiji leads Pool A alongside Samoa, England and Japan. The USA will face Canada, Kenya and France in Pool B. New Zealand, Scotland, Spain and Wales have been drawn in Pool C, while South Africa takes on Australia, Argentina and Tonga in Pool D. The Sydney Sevens will be played on Saturday and Sunday with live coverage on APC TV. 4 Fijian players were named in the Hamilton Sevens Dream Team after impressing in the 2-day tournament. Fiji Sevens skipper Kalione Nasoko, Melinda Nalangi, Vilimoni Mbotitu and Amniasi Tuimamba have been named in the Dream Team alongside the USA's Carla Niles, Folau Niua and Ben Pinkelman. Young Vilimoni Mbotitu did not take long to stamp his mark on the World Series after making his debut just a month ago. The 20-year-old topped the DHL Impact Player list in Hamilton. Mbotitu made 13 tackles, 6 breaks, 7 offloads and 20 carries in the 6 matches he played over the weekend. The Fiji men's sevens team captured the hearts of rugby fans all over the world before the final even started last night. Just before kickoff, the players included the ball girl in their pre-match ritual, the thousands in attendance cheering on as she was lifted into the air by Fijian players. Following the win over the USA, Coach Gareth Baber explained what motivated the kind gesture by the players.
obviously humility is a big part of the values that we talk as a team, and anybody is part of our family, and a ball girl coming in there is as much right to be on this rugby field as anybody else. So it's very special for us to have people to support us like that.
Netball Fiji says they've revised their selection criteria for the Fiji Pearls to the Liverpool Netball World Cup following their winless campaign at the Commonwealth Games last year. Over the weekend, 25 of the country's top netters were selected into the extended squad to begin preparations. Koroi Tandolala reports.
The Fiji Netball president says they're looking for players who have the whole package to boost Fiji's ranking from 14th to at least the top 12 in the world.
We are looking at the holistic player, a player with great attitude, a player that is disciplined, a player that will go the extra yard, and of course the player that is committed to training and of course coachable.
Fiji Pearls head coach Vicky Wilson says there are many new players in the squad who are willing to stamp their mark in the international court.
This group, there's a lot of new faces. They bring with it great attitude, they bring with it great pride, and they have a work rate and a terrific work ethic. And that's something that you want, people who take responsibility and will try their utmost. And that's what we're after.
Meanwhile, the final squad will be announced in June, with the Netball World Cup to be held from the 12th to the 21st of July in the UK. Koroi Tandulala, FBC Sports.
There was no shortage of flying Fijian flair in the French top 14 over the weekend, with a number of Fijians shining for their respective clubs. Brothers Joshua Tuisova and Filippo Nakosi combined well for Toulon as they beat Stade Francais 33-30. Novak Djokovic won a record 7th Australian Open title and a 3rd successive Grand Slam as he swept aside Rafael Nadal in Melbourne. Djokovic defeating Nadal by 6-3, 6-2, 6-3. A broken nose was no problem for New Zealand Sevens player Sam Dixon after copping an accidental knee to the nose at the breakdown, leaving it in severe need of attention. Following some running repairs, Dixon returned to score a try against South Africa in the 3rd place playoff.
Sam Dixon, he's just walked past me and his nose doesn't look very flash. Yeah, there you go. And Dixon, well, he deserves this. How tough is this man? Blood coming out of his nose, broken one, and a black eye.
Yeah, he's quality, Mills. Broke his nose earlier. He's got a shine to show, but he looks like he's gone 3 rounds with Tyson. Boy, he is tough.
That's it from Sports Tonight. Angie joins you later on with weather. And in the world of the weird and the wonderful, a baby girl is making headlines around the world with her luscious locks. Details coming up.
Voila, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Yeni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
It's hard to make friends as an adult. Between work and family, there's simply no time. But in tonight's new media, we give you a few friend-finding apps to download that will help direct you towards like-minded people. And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. Hope you had a great weekend and are all set for another week. There is, however, a tropical disturbance forming which is expected to bring lots of rain and cloudy periods in some areas of Fiji. Now, taking a look in the west, it's been quite sunny but rain clouds have gathered, so rain is likely. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, cloudy spells with showers indicated for overnight. And up north, after a few light showers, it was clear, but it won't be for long as heavy showers and squally thunderstorms have been predicted as per the forecast. At sea, southeast winds 25 to 30 knots. The sea is rough, so please monitor the sea situation before you plan to go out. For the tides, high tide at 1:04 a.m. with low tide at 7:28 a.m. Sunrise at 5:51. For tomorrow, there is huge bands of rain accompanied by the tropical disturbance just above the island, which is likely to affect. Tomorrow's temps, Nandi will be warm at 30 degrees. And looking further into Wednesday, the bad wet weather situation is expected to continue, so please stay safe and be careful while you're on the road. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fijian Pulse tonight, we asked, what did you think of Fiji's outstanding performance at the Hamilton Sevens?
I think it was an excellent performance by the team. It was an all-around performance, both in attack and defense. But what I really liked about them this time around was their humility.
The cheering of the crowd and the excitement about the win of Team Fiji, I think the performance was great. And actually the teamwork is there, they play together, and the great combination goes well.
They were really great. They played with a lot of passion and courage. Yeah, I think they played as a team and they played for each other.
Fiji's game yesterday was so awesome. We watched it at Wishbone, and the crowd was so cheerful. Everyone was proud of them, and I would say that there was a teamwork there. The possession was good, handling of the ball was good, and running through the gap was good. Everything was correct. It was awesome.
I was actually quite happy with it, especially when we all came up here to watch the game. Everybody was so much happy because of the new being known as the dream team, and especially coming from Fiji, an island that's so small and not known around the country. It's like making Fiji known.
Recapping the main stories for tonight, fan base praise for Fiji 7's win, police release footage of new drug trend and new software to improve traffic signals. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment, last week we had asked, should Prime Ministers of Australia and New Zealand visit Fiji more often? Over 55% said no. This week we're asking, did the Fiji Sevens team perform exceptionally well at the Hamilton Sevens? Visit our FBC News website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day taken from Twitter showing strong support from the huge Fiji fan base at the Hamilton Sevens over the weekend, and we can all imagine what it will be like this weekend at the Sydney Sevens. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, good night.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jackson Sori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nosori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.